Maria was a free party that year. And Barosama was insistent, and she didn't insist on anything else, she insisted that I hang with Maria Crane. She told me the best way that she could, one-on-one, she took my hand and she said, you, Maria, I rolled you, Maria. Okay.
Baba, with his amazing, dramatic leelas, ended up putting Maria directly across from me in the building I was staying in. She had moved from place to place to place, and at the end, she was literally living in the apartment across from where I was staying during my short stay in Puerto Party. So we got to spend lots and lots of time. And Maria ended up being a very interesting connection, because out of the blue, after I returned from Puerto Party, 2 months later, my husband got a job in San Francisco. Out of the blue. It was so quick. And Maria, who had bought many copies of Barosama 22 Weeks with Divinity and shared them with others, had given it to this woman here, Anita Bauer. And when I moved to San Francisco, Maria told me about a very special mandir called the South San Francisco Mandir. And I ended up going there after I had only been in San Francisco 3 weeks. I went for my first budget. Anita Bauer was there, and what did she have in her hand? A copy of Barosama, 22 Weeks with Divinity. And Anita was a person that Baba, in the unique way that he comes in South San Francisco, had told her that she would write a book about what happens there. Anita is a research scientist. She's not an author. She didn't know how to write a book. And so here it is, Baba had made that connection. That first night, I ended up going and talking to Anita Bauer in her home. The very first night I went to the South San Francisco Mandir. So Maria was the connection for me meeting Anita and meeting Shri. Because the South San Francisco is where Shri is. Shri, who has a very, very unique situation going on with Baba. This is the Mandir in South San Francisco. And this is Shri. What can I say? Just one more. Shri is what I have come to understand in my limited research. I was a journalist, so I love to research. And I'm sure there are many, many terms that can be used. But the one that stuck with me, and that I felt was very succinct in being able to explain it, is what is considered an Avesha avatar. This is where, I mean, I pronounced that right, but that is, for me, Avesha avatar. When a deity determines that they will come into a body for a specific amount of time for a specific purpose, to carry out certain things. Not there all the time, but at certain times. In the West, people have, talked about channeling, and you've seen maybe people doing channeling and someone comes in the body and whatever. This is a very old, old way of God coming. And Baba comes to South San Francisco. He does. Baba comes to South San Francisco. We've seen it. We've seen healings. I've seen it. Dick's seen it. So much happens there. But the life of a Shri is not an easy life. She takes on the diseases of people, from cancer to broken bones, and you can see it on her physical body. So why? This is another way that God shows his love. I asked her, why? She said, because God takes away our pain because he loves us. God takes our pain. And in the role of her dharma, it is. This is another way that Baba is showing, I am divinity within all of you. I can come through all of you. And whatever way that I choose, it has been said, Baba never comes through a third person. Sai Baba, Purna Avatar, God can do whatever he pleases. And he does. And we know it. And this is one of the ways that Baba is showing his love in South San Francisco. From manifestations of jewelry for people, definitely the vibhuti and the kumkum, and the rock candy, the misery, murtis that have just come in, the flowers that Baba will give you. Murtis coming out of her mouth. Murtis coming just there. Lingam, all of this happens in South San Francisco. It does. It does. Can you go back for me? And the next one. And this beautiful woman, she's gorgeous physically, becomes an old man before your eyes. It happens. And Baba can create us. And the universe says, can he not do something as simple as this? Which is amazing. But can he not? If he wills it. If he wills it to show his love. If he wills it to show the divinity within us all in a unique way. This is what Baba does in South San Francisco. I have this is just such an amazing situation. Maria Crane again. Maria was the one who hooked me up with Dick Selby. And I drove with Maria Crane down to this area for the first time because Dick had arranged where I would go around and share my book. It was Barosama 22 Weeks with Divinity at the time. I had written the second book, Shri Shirdi Sai Baba of South San Francisco, Divine Touch. It wasn't done. And Dick had taken us to several places, and I was so amazed at the love that was given and shown. And he took us to one place, and there was a surprise. At the door, this little lady comes up, and she's very straightforward with it, and she basically said to my face, look, how do I know the Bible was with you? How do I know he told you to write the book? I don't want anything to do with you or anything else, and Baba doesn't have anything to do with it. And so she said, I challenged Baba. And she said she put a photograph up and challenged Baba in her home to put Vibhuti on it if he was with me. And if he wasn't with me, he wouldn't put Vibhuti on it. And if no Vibhuti was on it, you're not coming to my house. This is what we faced, So she says, come in. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. So we're walking through the door. And here is where she had challenged Baba. And Baba had put Vibhuti on the photograph. Here. And, it was just so amazing. Baba, you have to laugh sometime. Baba has you in his arms. Even when you don't know you need it. And he has something he wants you to do that will allow his devotees to believe in him more, to acknowledge the divinity within us all. He's there. He is there. And this was so interesting because I ended up meeting another unique person there who Barosama had blessed. And Vibhuti started coming for this person. She was a Muslim woman. She didn't know what to do with that. Sai Baba's coming. She would see Baba. She's screaming. It was really quite trying for her. Her name's Shireen. This is what she was experiencing. And I remember she was there. She was working in the home of the one who challenged Baba. At the end of our visit, the owner of the home said, you can have the photograph. Take it home with you. But it was on like a little altar. I didn't want to just go grab a photograph off an altar. She had taken Dick and Maria to the back to give them something, and I didn't want to reach onto that altar and take that photograph off. So I asked Shireen, who had been having these experiences with Baba, to please give it to me. And she said, you want me? I said, please. She took the photograph. She's giving it to me, and I could feel this energy coming through the photograph. And all of a sudden she said, Baba is here. Okay, Baba's here. Oh my gosh. Dick and Maria come. We're all standing there. Baba's here? Baba's here? And this woman says, he came in there. She walked back into the kitchen to do the work that she was doing for the home. And we went looking, particularly the owner, to see if there was more Vibhuti or anything that Baba had done. She couldn't find any on the photographs because she was very familiar with the Vibhuti that had come in home from Baba, even though there was lots of it. The next thing we knew, because of Maria being who she is, we saw Baba had put Vibhuti in my purse. It was all in my purse, on the side of the purse. Maria sent me these photographs, and this is her writings, because I didn't have a camera at the time. Baba put Vibhuti in my purse. And he was once again saying, I am with you, what you are doing. Be strong. That's what I get from this. Go out, share, what I have allowed you to see and to experience. Share my miracles. They are my love. They are my proof of the divinity within us all. The divinity that is coming through at this point based on this woman, Shireen, who obviously, karmically, must have had some association that we could not see as a Muslim in this lifetime. But this was the miracle that he put before us. And these are the photographs. So, I ended up going with Dick to Shireen's house. And it was amazing because as Baba put the vibhuti in my hair in Puja Party, he put it in my hair at Shireen's house. Are these not handsome, incredible? Oh, Baba comes. And I'm trying to follow it. That's why I'm standing before you. This is the vibhuti that was in my hair. It happened in this area. Southern California. Baba. Amazing. Love you, Baba. This is what happens in South San Francisco. As a matter of fact, there's a beautiful celebration that's going to take place where Guru Purnima, July 25th, and Baba comes. Baba comes. Can we explain why, how divinity works? No, but he does. And I am currently working on a book that some people here have submitted their experiences because they've had some amazing things that have taken place that will share experiences from people like you who had to share because they're like, I gotta tell the truth. I gotta say what happened. It was Baba. Does it look like Baba as we know Baba? No, but it is Baba. And this is where Baba has come, and a wonderful young man, Ashu, is assisting the dressing of Baba. Ashu, who is so close to all that happens in South San Francisco, came to my house while Shri, the woman, was in Shirdi, India. He'd never come to my house before. Swallow was living in Brisbane, California. And he said Baba told him to come. Now, I'm the kind of person, because once I hear something, what I've seen so much from Baba, that I just go, I allow. Are you lying about Baba? I will not go there. I allow. All of this is Baba's Leela. So I'm like, oh, he told you to come, come. I'm honored for you to come to my home. He started telling me he could hear Shri in Shirdi. Okay, I accept that. And he asked me if he could see my small altar in my home. And I was very glad to go with him to my altar. We sat in front of my altar in my home, very small space, almost knee to knee, discussed the objects that were on my altar. And one was a murti of Shirdi Sai Baba, and I had become closer to Shirdi Sai Baba because of Shri, because Satya Sai Baba has been my heart, and is my heart. I love that for him. But here my murti of Shirdi Sai Baba, empty. He's asking me about, there's nothing on it. He's asking me, where did I get it from? Where did you get that from? I'm thinking, well, I was given it by Sarit, my son-in-law. And we talk about it and other things. And then he says, well, I think, do you want to hear the A.R.T. is displayed in Shirdi? I'm like, yes, sure. He starts playing it on his cell phone. And then he said, oh, let's look at a picture of Baba on my cell phone. We're looking at it. He and I together, we had been sitting there maybe 10, 15 minutes before talking. And then he says to me, I can hear Shri again. You can? And she sends you lots of love from Shirdi, lots of love. And I was like, oh, I accept such love, you know? And the next thing I know, he says, she wants to give you something from Shirdi. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's hearing her. Maybe she's going to give me a sari, bring it back as a souvenir, or whatever. You know, this is my thought. But at that moment, I should have very, very quiet. And I'm looking at him right here. His eyes are kind of closed. He's just sitting there. And the next thing I know, I see him do this. And he did this. And there was a pendant in his hand. This one came in my house. it to me right away, and I kissed it to my forehead, I didn't know what to do, and I put it on the altar. And that's when I saw the Vibhuti on the Shirdi sign statue. It was there. Like, you see how pointed it is? Like somebody just went, oh my goodness. And the next thing I know, a shoe says to me, may I see it? She told me to give it to you so quickly. And I'm thinking, this is, please look at it. I give it to him, he's looking at it. And we keep talking, because it was just a strange moment. And then I remember the journalist in me just said, okay, wait, back this up. Shoot, wait a minute. Does this happen to you all the time? He said, no, it has never happened without my sister being with me. And I said, well, what happened? He said, when I closed my eyes, I could see Shirdi Baba, Shirdi Sai had come in her in Shirdi. She was at the mandir. She was there. And she said she wants to give you lots of love. And then she said she wanted to give you something. And I knew she wanted me to give it to you now. And I asked her in my heart, in my mind, how am I supposed to do that? And she said, I'm going to throw it to you. Believe in me, Ashu. And I saw him catch it in my house. There is no space and time. Sai Baba is the master of all. And I've seen it in many ways. And why? Because it gives us so much joy. Because he is all that he says he is. And more than we can ever conceive of. And so, it is all about love. It is. I am receiving these pins that we're wearing right now. You know, it is all about love. Love is what God is. And that's what this is all about. Do I have all the answers about why miracles occur, what's deeper and all? No, I am doing what I feel Baba wants me to do and sharing the stories that I've shared with you. Will it make you go deeper? Perhaps. Will it make you expand your minds about whatever? Perhaps. I don't know. But we each have a path that Baba wants us to follow. We each have a duty. And I'm simply attempting to do the duty that I believe my beloved Sai wants me to do by sharing what I'm sharing with you today. And so I say, our sweet Lord, Sai Baba, oh our Lord, Sai Baba, our sweet Lord, Sai Baba, we really want to see you, Sai Baba, we really want to be with you, Sai Baba, we really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, our Lord, Sai Baba, our sweet Lord, Sai Baba, oh our Lord, Sai Baba, we really want to know you, Sai Baba, we really want to go with you, oh Baba, we really want to show you, Lord, and it won't take long, our Lord, Sai Baba, our sweet Lord, Sai Baba, our sweet Lord, Sai Baba, our Lord. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't go away yet. I have a little gift for you. And I want to state here too that everybody who has heard this, you're here, you've been meant for this to happen to you. All these miracles, Baba, he's letting you know about these things that are still going on. So I'm going to ask Gwyn a question. Is Barosima going to come back to the United States, do you think? What do you think?
sincerely don't know. I asked Rameshji about that recently, and he said, "Go to Baba. Hurry and ask for Barosama to come." And because they don't make a move without Baba writing it on the divine facts, or they get direct message. Baba says, go here, go there, don't do this, don't do that. They don't move without his direction. So he said to me, if Baba wants Barosama to come, she'll come.
I'll say this too for everybody here. If Barosama does come, everybody here will know about it. And for those of us, I mean, she's seen like 20,000 people already. We believe that if she comes, we'll have hundreds and hundreds of people. So, and I believe it's going to happen. What about July 25th and Guru Purnima?
July 25th, Guru Purnima, everyone is invited. This is when Baba, as Shirdi Sai, definitely shows himself in South San Francisco. But the newest book that I'm writing about, you can see, you all get the first preview of the cover, because I'm just working on it. I'm actually going to point it out here. This is the first draft of it. It's called Devotees Speak, but it's Sri Sai Baba, because many devotees there have had experiences with Satya Sai. So if you go to South San Francisco on July 25th, then you'll get to experience some amazing things, some amazing love of Baba, and everyone is invited.
The bhajan started about on Guru Purnima at about 6 o'clock. When we get there, it's about 10 minutes from San Francisco Airport. If anybody wants the address, I can give it to you when we get out there. Again, everybody here's been meant to hear this. Joan Wheeler, is she out there? Joan, come up, come up.
Incredible talk. Well, some of you may know this already, but Bob Bazali has asked me to help as the coordinator of First Sunday. I retired a year ago, so I'm thinking, okay, this is what Baba has me doing. But I truly, truly need everyone's help to do this. I want, if anything, to help make it more our meetings so that we can all enjoy it even more. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. You know, Vishanti, can you come up here for just a moment? This work has been done very quietly for many, many years. I have no idea, probably 20, 30 years, I have no idea. But Vishanti has been doing all of this work with very little recognition. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And she's helping me to understand more of some of the things that need to be done. Vishanti, you are amazing. I will say this, you have no idea how much is involved. There is a lot to be done, and we need your help. So if you have an interest in being a part of the planning, the helping to bring the refreshments together, helping to set up the stage, helping to do whatever, if you have talents and you would like to be a part of that, we invite you to do that. It'll take 10 of me to do what you've been doing. Yes, yes, yes. So, we're all kind of working together. I've got the best partner in the world, and that is my husband, Ray, who is also working with me here, and couldn't do it without him. So with Baba's blessings, we will go. Did? Have I left something out? Yes.
Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to working together on the first Sunday. Again, I'm going to say there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everybody who is here is meant to be here. And I believe we're all instruments of God, instruments of Bob in our own way. And with no such thing as a coincidence, I got to tell a quick story. We were supposed to have a woman, Barbara Rousseau, come in and speak in August. And she wasn't able to come in. And so I talked with Bob Pizzoni, and I thought, well, what about Victoria Johnson Stokes? And I ended up giving Victoria a call, and she'll be speaking in August, and I'm really looking forward to it. But before she accepted, she said Bernice Mead had actually talked with her a couple of weeks earlier. And Bernice had said, if you're invited to speak at the Email Club, you have to do it. So Victoria's going to be speaking in August. It's going to be really great. Right now we have food and so on out there for sharing. And for anybody who knows Barossa or who knows Sri, please feel free to share your experiences too. Sairam, everybody.